I wanted to open this video up with a little bit of an anecdote because I've got a pretty good Canadiens fan base that tunes in and watches these videos, so I'm super grateful for everybody who wants to go in here and talk about Cole Caufield, but the thing is, we've got so many people that are so dedicated and that are so, exposed to what we have talked about in the past that you kind of already know the drill. You know why we're here. You know what it is we're going to talk about. Therefore, I feel like it's appropriate to go out there and start this video off with a little story instead of going purely analytical and talking about, okay, the plays and the goals and all that. So, I wanted to talk to you about what happened yesterday between myself and my friends. Now, this group of friends that I'm talking about, they're the same group of guys that I used to make Call of Duty videos with on this YouTube channel, like 10 years ago. We've been playing Call of Duty and video games and stuff together ever since like 2011, 2012, and there are videos of them playing with me that exist on this channel. You just gotta go back far enough. Yeah. Once upon a time, before this was a hockey channel, we made video game videos, and when it comes to my group of friends, we're talking about stuff, like we talk about crypto, we talk about what's going on in the gaming world, we talk about sports, we talk about a whole bunch of stuff. And yesterday, they were introduced to the world of sports betting. Now, this was pretty much because they were actually betting on the Call of Duty League, but the website they were using happened to also have betting functionality for regular sports, and they were actually calling me out in the group chat saying, hey, Lego, you gotta go out there, not Lego, they call me Geo because they're my friends in real life. You gotta go bet on sports, man. Bet on hockey. You're good at knowing hockey, right? So, you could probably make a ton of money by betting on hockey. And my initial response was, no, I'm not betting on hockey. Hockey is way too unpredictable, and it's way too fluky to go out there and actually make a consistent living off of making bets on this sport. Now, I'm sure some people are able to go out there and do it properly, but, I'm not that kind of guy. So, I'll leave you to doing all the gambling on the Call of Duty leagues and everything, and I'll be on my way. Give it a few hours after that conversation goes down, and my friends start getting very, very frustrated. Very frustrated. Now, I'm not in the Discord with them, I'm not really talking with them verbally, I'm just kind of walking about at the mall waiting for the Canucks game, reading the chat on my phone, and they're starting to freak out because it turns out yesterday they made a few bets. And one of them was on a Montreal Canadiens St. Louis game that happened to be going on, and it just so happened to be shut down by one guy that we're talking about in this video. I made a tweet talking about Cole Caufield. All it said was just, Caufield. And immediately after this tweet was made, my friends started going off in the chat. They were saying things like, dude, this guy cost me hundreds of dollars. And in my mind, I was like, okay, did you guys bet on the St. Louis Blues yesterday to win in a parlay? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, of course. Murphy's Law, right? The Montreal Canadiens have won their first game in 11 games yesterday after a game-tying goal by Cole Caufield in the last 10 seconds of the game of regulation, and then he scores the OT winner too. We're going to be talking about Cole Caufield in this one, and because I know my viewership is very dedicated and you all kind of know what I do when I make these videos, that's kind of why I felt it was appropriate to go into story mode yesterday, because Cole Caufield cost my friends hundreds of dollars because they were betting on the St. Louis Blues to beat the Montreal Canadiens yesterday, and Cole Caufield had other plans to ruin that. It's been a pretty good trend that we have seen out of the Montreal Canadiens over the past few games, that Cole Caufield recently has been so good that yesterday when I made that tweet, I was like, okay, yeah, Caufield, he's great, right? Somebody replied, they were like, oh, he's back in the Calder talk, baby. And I was like, oh my god, are we really gonna go out there and start hyperbolizing Caufield again? We hyperbolized this guy throughout the entire 2021 season, and then he came into the playoffs and he was fantastic, which kind of validated all the hyperbolizing, and now in the regular season, 21-22, his rookie year, he just came off to a bad start. Dominic Ducharme really did not do this guy any favors. And now Cole Caufield has gone out there, finally started scoring goals, finally started getting that lethal touch back into his game. And it's all thanks to Martin St. Louis. There was a point in the first St. Louis game where you could see him going over and talking to Cole Caufield on the bench, really whispering up into his ear and telling him what to do. And a lot of Canadiens fans will cite this moment as the moment Caufield's season changed. Since St. Louis took over, Caufield has been a completely different player, and now you take a look at this multi-goal game from St. Louis yesterday. St. Louis, it's kind of funny how that works, but like, St. Louis first win as the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens. Cole Caufield becomes, the fifth player in NHL history to score a game-tying goal in the final 10 seconds and then the OT winner. He joins Mikael Granlund in 2020, Marian Gaborik in 2014, Marco Sturm in 2000, and Neil Broughton in 1983. Not to mention the fact that Cole Caufield's overtime goal was extremely similar to one that he opened up his entire career with. Now, before we go over that, I wanted to just focus on the game-tying goal firstly. And this one was a prime Cole Caufield, like, NHL 22 style goal, where it's a guy at the point, he sends it right across the slot, tape to tape, backdoor to Caufield. He's not really backdoor, but he's almost there. It's like a pass that goes through everybody, and like, those passes only go through in NHL 22, man. Come on. This is not EA Sports. It's in the game. Caufield, though, gets the shot off. He celebrates like crazy, and you could see the Canadiens super happy that they tied the game up with however many seconds left, like 4, 5, 6, I completely forgot. But Cole Caufield would not really be getting those passes earlier on in the season. Under Dominique Ducharme, no, for some reason it didn't really work out that way. Caufield also had a season-high 21 minutes of ice time yesterday, too. So you could tell, St. Louis knows how to use this player. He knows a smart player when he sees one. And for Cole Caufield, we've been starting to see those smarts come out once again. In fact, I saw this tweet yesterday that kind of made its way around. Cole Caufield with Martin St. Louis as his coach. And then it's a picture of freaking Alex Ovechkin. That's kind of great, isn't it? Eventually, the overtime winner goes in. This is kind of what causes my friends to really freak out. Oh my goodness, we just lost hundreds of dollars. Where it's Jeff Petrie who comes down the left side and he backhand sauces it right through the crease for Caufield to pick it up on the right side, one-time it over the goalie's pads, and in. It's pure deja vu as Cole Caufield gets his first NHL goal ever, just on repeat on this goal. Sure, this new goal is not his first NHL goal, but like, it's exactly the same play as what happened the first time. And it was also an overtime. It was also a pass from Petrie. It was exactly the same. And to me, it's kind of poetic, is it not? How this new revitalized Cole Caufield that we have seen under St. Louis gets himself what is pretty much like the game that puts him back on the map. Like, we're talking about him here. The NHL media is going to be talking about him again. He's got a multi-goal game. This is the game that's getting people to start talking about him again. And this was the game where he gets the goal that ends it off that is so similar to the first goal of his career. And you remember what happened at the start of his career, right? The start of his career was filled with, sure, a long goal drought. He didn't score for a while. But once Caufield got that first one, he started scoring like crazy, scoring assists and goals all over the place, and Canadiens fans would not shut up about this guy. It was part of the reason why a lot of us were even hyperbolizing him in the first place, and to me, it's so poetic how the first real game that we start to see Cole Caufield go out there and put himself back on the map, not just for Canadiens fans, but for the rest of the league. Everybody's going to be talking about Caufield again. He scores the exact same goal that kicks off his NHL career. When the heck was that, a year ago? So, like, poetic, is it not? Very, very poetic that he's sort of reviving his NHL career under St. Louis in the same way he kicked it off back in whenever it was that he scored his first NHL goal. Going out there, breaking hearts, costing my friends hundreds of dollars, and giving the Montreal Canadiens their very first win in 11 games. Even yesterday, it wasn't even like, oh, he just scored 2 goals, that was it. There were people talking about Caufield and the buzz that this guy generated for the entire 60 minutes of play. He played so much. St. Louis going out there using this guy. And, you know, I said it at the beginning when St. Louis was hired. I'm just super excited to see how this guy uses Caufield and how this guy projects the roster, like how he goes out there and utilizes these players, because it's going to be so different from Ducharme, right? This is a coach that knows what it takes to be a small player in the NHL and who knows how smart players function. So I guess we're seeing that now, right? Talk to me in the comments what do you think about Cole Caufield and the way he has been playing so far under St. Louis. Talk to me in the comments what do you think about his 2-goal game last night against the St. Louis Blues. They're a pretty good St. Louis Blues team too. I don't really blame my friends for betting for them. It's just they blew the lead and eventually lost in overtime thanks to Cole Caufield. So yeah, one of my friends lost $300 on this parlay, so I feel kind of bad, but whatever. I feel bad as their friend, and not really too bad as a hockey fan watching Cole Caufield do all that stuff. So talk to me in the comments, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.